Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about how we can apply pockets and create pockets to our garments here in CLO. And this type of pocket I'm going to be showing you is just a basic pocket that will sit on top of our garment, but it will be functional. And so how we can do this is a couple of different options to start out with. We can either start out with our pattern for our pocket, or we can start out with an internal line. I prefer to do an internal line because then it helps me know the size of my pocket that I want to be based on the garment here. And so I'm going to go into our internal polygon/line tool right here in the 2D toolbar and click on that and use this to draw a pocket pattern that I want using the polygon internal line. And so if I just wanted like a basic pocket tool, I could just draw it like this. And so that would give me like a really basic shaped pocket. I could always go in and edit it and rotate it slightly if I wanted to. But also some other options that you can do too are using the internal polygon/line tool. We can also use our mirror creation tool. So for example, if I wanted to draw my pocket a more unique shape or draw it being mirrored at the same time, I can always start my pocket in the center point of where I want my pocket to be. And instead of left clicking to continue, I could right click and that would give me this pop-up menu, and I could choose mirror creation, and I would want to choose local axis, and then I could click OK, and that would allow me to create a pocket being mirrored. That way I know that it's completely symmetric. One other option I also have for my pocket too is if I were to click and I had certain measurements or dimensions I wanted my pocket to be, instead of just clicking and continuing, I'm going to click delete to delete those last couple points. I can right click again and type in specific dimensions that I want. So that way I can make sure that my pocket is matching the dimensions that I want it to be using that right click method also. But I'm just going to go back in and just draw that basic pocket. And you can tell I have my lot guides on here based on these pink lines popping up, letting me know when my cursor is directly next to, across from, or below another point. So that helps me make sure that this pocket is a nice shape also. And I can also go in and just move this around based on where I want it. And you can see it moving in my 3D window too. And I can see the red outline here, but if I wanted it to not show up, I can always turn off show internal lines in my garment display icon right here. So once we have that internal line created right here, I'm just going to go into our trace tool, which looks like this pocket shape right here in our 2D toolbar, and click on that. And when I double click, that's going to allow me to just select the whole shape. But no matter what, I just want to select the whole shape, which I could do by clicking shift and selecting each line, or just by double clicking. And then I'm going to right click. And this gives me a couple of options. So first we have cut and sew, which we've gone over before with our internal line video, which would basically just cut the internal line or cut the internal line out and sew it. Traces a pattern, traces an internal shape, and basically this would trace it as another internal shape, which it's already an internal shape, so probably don't need to do that. But for our pocket, we do want to trace it as a pattern. So I'm going to click on Trace as Pattern, and that copies that shape right there and attaches it to my mouse. And because it's a pattern, I just want to click to place it outside of my other pattern. And now I have a pattern that's exactly that same shape and size as my internal line because it traced it. And once I have that completed, I could just go in and use free sewing and click to sew my pocket together, just making sure that I start on the same side for the pocket as the internal line. So I started on the left for my internal line. So I just want to make sure I'm starting on the left for my pocket also. and then clicking to finish. And that sews my pocket together. I didn't sew the top, so it is a functional pocket. It could be opened if I wanted it to be. And if I turned on simulation mode, now I have that pocket there. And I'm going to turn off show internal lines just so we can see the pocket more and less of the internal line. But now I do have that pocket, so if I wanted to pull it open, you could, but you can see it actually applied there. With our pockets, we do want to make sure that we are moving our pattern pieces closer to where they want to go on our garment. Mine was about here, which is okay, but if you have a very complicated garment on your avatar, you want to move it as close as possible, especially like if it's out here on the avatar's hand. That will cause simulation problems. But one easy way to move it close to where it needs to go is in the 3D window. We can always choose right click on the pattern we want to move. And then I have superimpose, and I have an over option, under, and side. This will basically move the pattern in the 3D window basically right over where it's sewn to, right under, or right next to. And because this pocket pattern is going on the outside of my dress, I could superimpose over. And that basically places it right on top of where it's sewn to, but it's not simulated yet. But when I turn on simulation mode, it barely causes any impact at all. So that's a helpful way to be able to apply that. And now that we have our pocket pattern also, we can apply top stitching, puckering, a different fabric or color to this pattern piece or this pattern edge using some of our other editing tools in the object browser and property editor.